Love to know everybody who's here and to be able to send you an email and say thanks for coming. So it just says https://forms.office.com. Click on that, put your name, your child's name, and so on, and then we know that you've been here and we appreciate that.
So it's maybe like halfway through to post it again because anyone that joins a little bit later won't see that link.
You got it. I'll do it a few times.
All right, we're waiting for the screen to load. Okay, so welcome everybody. We're so glad you're here. We're glad you can make it with us this beautiful Wednesday morning. So if you missed it, Mr. Brian put an attendance link in the chat. Please click on the link. We have a couple of minutes before we get started. Okay, good morning. All right, I guess good morning. Let's get started. So welcome to Coffee and Tea with Mr. Hooks. Today's February 12th, and it is a beautiful snowy morning. Wasn't it beautiful outside though? Okay, so let's go over the agenda for this morning. We will be talking about the ELA and math data and promotion in doubt. So we have some updated data for ELA and math at PS 123. We will be talking about our after school programs at our school. Mr. Brian will be able to speak about it too. And then on our third item on the agenda, introducing Miss Miriam Howell. She's our school-based early support SBES program director. She will be speaking to you guys. And then our school secretary, Ms. Nina, will be talking or reviewing the 3K pre-K and kindergarten registration, how to apply and register. That's a review from last time. We'll talk about attendance at our school and chronic absenteeism. And then, of course, upcoming events and our popular midwinter recess, which is it's next week. So we'll talk about that. And item number 7, our reading challenge. We're doing that New York Mets reading challenge program again. So Mr. Bart will talk to you guys about that. And then, of course, we will end the session with our Q&A and open discussion. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to type it in the chat as we go through the slides, and we will be more than happy to answer any of your questions, or you can wait till the end for our Q&A session and open discussion, okay? So let's get started. ELA and math data.
Ooh, we're going to start with the exciting stuff first. All right. So ELA and math data, we have a couple of ways we can look at this. When they get up to grades 3, 4, and 5, they have to take the state test, which is the ELA and math, and that comes up kind of soon after the April break. It's a week after the April break. So what I'm going to do is, since the first dot is promotion doubt letters, I'm going to start there. Just last week and maybe the early Monday, promotion doubt letters went home. What that is if you received it, it's saying currently right now, if your child stays where they are, they will be going either to summer school or they might actually have to repeat the grade. So this is like a kind of like a warning or like a motivation almost to say, hey guys, okay, let's get focused, let's start doing the work, because it does not mean at all that they are definitely getting left back. It's not that at all. It's just saying this is where you need to make the change and start really getting the work done. For the parents and guardians out there, what I would also do is if you got a promotion doubt, I would reach out to the teacher, set up a meeting with the teacher, and see what things maybe we can do at home so that we can get the kids on the right track to be where they need to be. So once again, just because they got a promotion doubt does not mean they're definitely getting left back, does not mean that they're definitely going to summer school. What it means is they just got to focus, concentrate, and they got to make their switch now. So in the next half of the school year, they can make sure they're on the right track. Our ELA and math data, what we just took in the school, we have 2 things. One's called the cadence. That's for ELA. It kind of just tells us how kids are reading. It tells us how they're making letter sounds. So we did a middle of the year on Acadians, and then we also give we call it the NEWA, it's the NWEA. That also goes over and tells the teachers exactly which areas the kids are struggling. What is nice about the NEWA is at home, we have this thing, some of the kids call it Edmentum that they use, and other students call it the exact path. They can do it at home, but it takes the score from the NEWA and really builds a path for each student individually on what skills they still need. So that's another thing that they could be using 20 minutes at home every day. If we go to the next slide, I'll show you the state test scores. So last year, this is actually a 3-year thing for ELA. And as you can see by grades, because only grades 3, 4, and 5 take the state test. So in 3rd grade, we went up 4%. So almost 58% of the students got a 3 or a 4. Grade 4 jumped up almost 7% also, and we have 57%. And grade 5, we kind of stayed same, but we had about 48% of the students. Our goal for this year is to raise each one by 5%. We're trying to get up to at least 60, if not above, % across the board for the school. So that is our goal for ELA. If you look at the next slide, what it is, this shows us where we rated in District 27. Now you can see District 27 has a decent amount of schools. The District 27 average is the gold arrow right there. The district average for Queens right here is 47%. We came in at 56%. And like I said, our goal is to even move up. We want to be one of the top performing schools in our district, including obviously the entire city. So we're on the right track. We've gone up every year, and we hope we'll continue. The next slide will be the math data. The math we did a nice jump. We, as you can see, 3rd grade was 68, 4th grade was 74%. That went up 20%. And then 5th grade also almost 20%. So we made a huge jump in math. We're continuing the same thing and the same goal. We want to continue to go up 5%. If we go up more, great, but our goal is 5%. So on the next slide, it'll show us where we rate with the district and where we rate overall on all the different schools. So with District 27, math average was 53. Our average is actually 71, but once 5th grade left us, it became 70 when you counted 3rd and 4th. But on this sheet, we really should be 71. And that's one of the top performing. There are not that many schools in front of us, but like in reality, we want 100% of our students passing. So we're going to continue the same stuff we're doing. We keep increasing, and we're hoping if we keep on that same path, we'll get up to that 90 to 100%. All right. Any questions or anything? All right. So we have the break coming up in pretty much 3 days, if you don't count today, 2 days. And then the marking period ends this Friday. So that gives the teachers 2 weeks to get report cards then completed. So March 6th will be parent-teacher conferences. Just know that March 6th, it's a half day of school, so just plan accordingly to pick up the students. And then the conferences are over Zoom, and they'll begin at 12:20. What you should be doing, I mean, right now it's early. Teachers should be sending out probably after the break a way for you to sign up for a time for the parent-teacher conferences. Like I said, with those promotion and doubt letters, it is very important that you meet with the teachers just so we can all be on the same page and we're making sure the kids are getting the best education they can. Does anyone have any question about parent-teacher conferences or the data? All right. So our after-school program, I'm going to just talk a little bit and then I'm going to send it over to Mr. Bryan for his part. So our after-school program has been going on since October. When we say we have like a Tuesday, Wednesday, which is called the Mr. Hooks program, that's an academic program. We do have close to, if not more than 200 kids in the program total between Mr. Bryan and Mr. Hooks. The academics is mandated for students. If the teacher says right now, like for example, promotion doubt students or students that need that little extra push, they have to go to the Tuesday, Wednesday program. What I'm going to do is explain, I might let Mr. Bryan explain the rest.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Mr. Bart. So basically, as Mr. Bart said, if your teacher has recommended that your child needs the academic program, that is the priority. They can join the after-school clubs as long as it doesn't conflict with the academic program. For example, if they are in the Tuesday and Wednesday academic program and they sign up for another activity on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I will take them out of those enrichment clubs and contact you and yet let you know that they are enrolled in the academic program already. Generally, we want children to be involved in every aspect that is possible for them. So we have activities on Thursdays and Fridays and Mondays as well, based on the number of staff that we have and the kinds of things that we can offer. Our program is almost full right now. There are a few spots, but we do our club program, the enrichment activities that are on the screen there, in seasonal sessions so that we can give everybody a chance to join. Our fall clubs finished on December 13th. Our winter clubs, which is the session that we're in right now, will finish on March 14th. Okay. And then our spring clubs will begin on March 17th. Just so everyone knows, our sign-up period for the spring clubs will actually begin at the beginning of March. And we do that so that parents have a good amount of time to talk to their children about the kinds of activities that they'd like to take part in. They can go over the process. We'll send a flyer home, and there's information on the school website as well. And then that first week will be dedicated to students who have never tried these activities before. Okay, so anyone who has not signed up for an activity in the enrichment clubs, they get the first right of refusal. Okay. Anyone else who signs up, I put them on a waiting list. And the second week of signups, then it's fair game. Everybody gets a chance. Okay. So we want you to join. And as soon as that information goes home, you can check on the school website for the signups. Okay. Since we're talking about breaks, I did want to mention since March 6th is the parent-teacher conference, that's a half day. That means that there's no after school that day. Next week, during the midwinter break, there is obviously no after school because we're not here. Okay, so we will confirm that with everyone on those various days, but just realize that if there is any break in the school schedule, that means that there is no after school as well. All right. Are there any questions or concerns at the moment? Okay. If not, you can contact me, via my email address. Uh, all right, so our Omnilearn Saturday STEM series is continuing. We had a great one this past Saturday, and I was very happy. I'm going to send the photo to Ms. Kahan. We had two raffle winners. They won a science kit when they showed up, which was really great. Our next one will be in March, okay? And I believe that we have three of them in March, which is kind of exciting. And of course, we want you to sign up. When we do our Saturday STEM series, I do the signups every week just prior to that Saturday. And that is, once again, in order to make sure that whoever wants to come has a chance. I don't sign up for the whole year because I want people to make that decision in the moment. Okay. Uh, if there are no questions, I'm going to pass it on to whoever's next. Oh, and I'm also going to put the attendance link into the chat one more time.
Mr. Bart, do you just want to introduce the school-based early support and Miss Howell?
Yes, absolutely. So the Child Center of New York, which is the organization that I work for, and as a community school director, it is my job, it is our job as an organization to bring resources to the families in our school. And I'm so happy that this school-based early support program is in our school this year. I'm going to let Miss Howell introduce herself and talk about the program, but it is a full-fledged, well-rounded resource program for all of our families. They are in the building on Mondays and Thursdays, and of course can be, you can contact me if you want information, or I believe that you can reach out to Miss Howell as well. But Miriam, can I pass this on to you?
Yes, absolutely. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Principal Hooks, and for allowing us a moment to talk about our program. Again, my name is Miriam Howell. I am the Program Director for School-Based Early Support for the Child Center of New York. I also have one of our staff on. I'll let her introduce herself.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashanti Abraham. I am the community pathway worker for the Child Center of New York School-Based Early Support Program. Excuse my voice, please, if it sounds a little raspy, but so my role is to connect the families with the resources that they need to address any concerns that they may have, any concrete needs. So I'm the one that connects them directly to those resources, sending out referrals, things of that nature. And like Mr. Bryan said, I'm in the school with Miriam Mondays and Thursdays during the school day. So if you have any questions or you want to have a conversation, that's when I'm there.
Thank you, Ashanti. Okay, so school-based early support, I'm going to give you a brief summary of what we do. So we are a preventive service program. We are collaborating with PS 123 in order to provide support and resources to our families. So our resources and support look like referrals to services which include benefits access, that's public assistance, possible immigration legal service, medical. We have the Child Center of New York has a medical clinic that's on Jamaica Avenue that we can refer families to. Our benefits access program has a long list of services that they assist one with applications or assist with services directly. We also have counseling services available that we can refer the family to. Our staff include about 12 case planners. So for example, if you're a family that we meet with and we assess that, you guys may need additional services, we have case planners that either can meet with you at home or at the school to discuss what your concerns are. And we help you step by step come up with a plan in order to alleviate the concerns or to refer you to whichever services that may best help your family to continue to thrive. The services are accessible to families regardless of your immigration status. And again, we're in the school on Mondays and Thursdays. My work phone number is on the flyer. I believe it went home to the families. You can call the number and I will schedule an appointment for you if you have any additional questions or if we need to assess what type of services you may need. Are they direct services, which are like, public assistance, maybe clothing or food? Or is it something more long-term where we need to refer you to some service? Again, my phone number is on the flyer. Feel free to call. If I don't answer, please leave a message with your name and why you're calling, and I will call back and we can schedule to discuss further how we can assist you. Again, I'm really happy that we are in PS 123. They're doing a great job in ensuring your children are excelling both academically and with extracurricular activities, and we are an extra support for you all to lean on if need be. Thank you again. Not sure who is next on the
Okay,
list.
yes.
Ms. Howe, just a quick question. Do you have an email address that they can reach you at also?
Yes.
Do you want to put that in the chat?
I'll put that in the
phone
chat.
number?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. Anyone have any questions about the school-based early support program? All right.
And also just a quick reminder, Mr. Bryan just posted a parent attendance link in the chat. So if you get a moment, just click on that link for Mr. Bryan. Thank you so much. All right, next we have Miss Nina, Miss Savoca. She's going to review our 3K pre-K and kindergarten registration and I guess tell you some more information about it.
Hi, good
Miss-
morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so pre-K and 3K applications are open now on My Schools. As per the chart in the left-hand screen of the slide, they're due on the 28th, the last day of the month. You can still apply after that. The student will just be waitlisted. And to apply, the website is myschools.nyc, which is also on the slide. Kindergarten applications closed already, but similarly, you can still apply now and the child might just be waitlisted. Why is this important? That's because most of the time our 3K and pre-K students receive offers for this school in pre-K and kindergarten respectively, but not always. At least 90% of the time, but not always, because 3K, pre-K, and kindergarten seats are decided by the district for all of the schools in the district. They're not decided on a school level. So if your child is right now in 3K or pre-K, most likely they'll get a seat for pre-K and kindergarten, but if they're not zoned to the school, best to just apply on My Schools and then we'll take it from there just to ensure they get a seat for next year. So if you go on myschools.nyc and you're having a hard time with the website, there's also the phone number at the bottom, 718-935-2009. Please use that if you're having any technical issues. Unfortunately, I can't troubleshoot because I don't have administrative access. So if you forgot your password or you think the system is glitching or something like that, you can call that number and the My Schools team will be able to help you. What I can do is, if you want to call me and you're not sure if you did submit, I can check the list of students who their application was already submitted. So you can write in the chat or you can call me later to see if your child's application was submitted. And other than that, offers are going out in May. So I'll talk a little bit more about this in April in preparation for that.
Thank you. I think I'll switch this over to now Miss Williams for the attendance incentive.
Good morning. So before we talk a little bit about the attendance incentive, I'm going to talk about the school's goal and exactly where we are right now in the year. So our goal for the year is to be at 93%. In December, we were at 92, so we were right there. January, we were at 91, we went down, and as of today, we are at 90%. We do understand that, there's viruses and different things that's going around. But if your child is not sick, then, please encourage them to come to school, push through. Currently, the district is at 25% of their students being chronically absent. In December, we were at 29%, so we were higher than the district. And then January, we went down 1% to 28. And as of today, we are at 36%.
Oh.
So, yeah. So for some of you parents, because I receive a lot of phone calls every day and parents are like, oh, I received your letter, but I sent in a doctor's note. It's great that you send in a doctor's note because then Ms. Savoca can log it and put it in the computer why your child was absent, but the absence is not excused. Even with the doctor's note, it's not excused. If they're not physically in the building, they're marked absent and it's held against them. Now, as far as the chronic, once your child hits 17 absences, that is considered being chronically absent. And we have some kids that in February are already at 20, 25, even 30. That's when it becomes a little tricky. We have an attendance teacher that comes in once a week, and it's up to her discretion. She makes home visits. So it's great if you send in the letter on why your child was absent, because we can log it, and when a attendance teacher comes in, she can look in and say, okay, that child was out for the week because they had the flu. And she may cross you off the list for her home visit. When we don't know a reason, that's when it's up to her discretion whether she wants to make a home visit. Sometimes ACS is called when it's chronic. So we try to avoid all of that by sending the letters and, making the phone calls in the afternoon. Hey, we noticed that your child was absent for 4 days. What's going on? Not to be a bother, but just to get an understanding of what's going on. So, okay, with all of that being said, in January, we had our first mid-year. This is the first time we've done this. We had a mid-year perfect attendance celebration. So if your child was present from September to January, they came in on a Saturday, we had like a game day. We had pizza, chicken fingers, French fries. They got prizes, they got bags with little treats in it. And we're going to be doing that again at the end of the school year. So if your child was present 100% from January to June, we're going to be doing that again, but we're going to try to make it bigger and better than our January celebration. And that is it.
So just want to add to the attendance. It is a known fact that if kids are absent, the grades are lower. So it's really important that the students are here as much as they can be. Because if they miss one day, they're missing a full day of instruction, ELA, math, social studies, and science. And if they're out a whole week, that's a lot to then catch up. So guys, just please do your best to make sure they come every day.
All right. Okay, guys, so the next item is upcoming events. So as you guys know, we have a lot of events at PS 123 and some events in February. Well, every Friday we have Fun Friday. And here is our Fun Friday themes for the month of February. So we do something fun. It's kind of like Spirit Days sometimes. So last Friday we had wear Afrocentric attire. It's just basically to get everyone in a good mood and take pictures and to show school spirit. This Friday is Valentine's Day, so we're asking everyone to wear Valentine's Day colors to show love. And of course, next week, we'll talk about that in a minute, is midwinter recess, so school will be closed next Friday and all of next week. And then the last Friday in February is wear your Black History Month t-shirt. So this is just to make it more fun and exciting for the students. We also have our Valentine's Day sale and raffle going on this whole week. Everything is between $1 and $5. So items they can buy are slime, lollipops, chocolate candy bags, chocolate roses, heart boxes, stuffed teddy bears, popcorn, and more. So if you want your child participating in the sale or the raffle, and so there's a little picture of what they can win for the raffle, and the picture on the bottom that you see, that is what the Valentine's Day sale table looks like. Just in case you're curious, what it looks like, what the kids will see. It's during lunch periods, both lunch periods until Friday, okay? So if you want them to participate, send them with money, but of course, no $100 bills, please, okay? It is also Black History Month, and PS 123 celebrates Black History Month. We do a number of things besides the Spirit Days. We also have a Who Am I every morning on morning announcements with the kids. It's something fun that we do, and a lot of the staff, they get involved too, and they like trying to figure out who, giving clues and who the person is. We also will be having a Black History Month performance. Now, please note the date change. I believe a flyer went home or will be going home. Instead of Wednesday and Thursday of the last week of February, it will be Thursday and Friday. So if you would like to attend the Black History Month performance, or if one of your children are performing in the performance, Thursday will be for the lower grades 3K to 2, and Friday, February 28th will be for the upper grades at 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay. And this week is Respect for All Week. Like I said, we have a lot of things going on at PS 123. So this is a spirit week, but it's also, anti-bullying. It brings a lot of things together, showing love, showing unity, friendship, kindness, respect, creativity, all of that. So today is Twin Day. Hopefully, if I get pictures, I post them on social media. Tomorrow is Cartoon Day, so everyone should wear their favorite cartoon character shirt to represent friendship and kindness. And of course, like I said before, Friday is Valentine's Day. Wear Valentine's colors to represent love. Okay, and just a quick sneak peek after February vacation, a couple of weeks after February break, is Read Across America Week. We'll post about that and talk about that another time, but that's just something to look out for. Yet another Spirit Week. Fun, fun, fun. And we will have our midwinter recess next week. So it's February 17th through the 21st. School will be closed February 17th. That's Monday through Friday through the 21st, which is Friday. We will have Midwinter Academy Tuesday and Wednesday only. That's February 18th and 19th for select students. The sports program will be 8:30 to 12:30, and then we're going, the sports program will be 12:30 to 2:20, and the morning program will be, I guess preparing for other things, and it's for grades 3 to 5. Okay. Oh, and that's it. Mr. Bart?
So many of you probably remember we did this last year. It really motivated the students. They really loved the whole Mets challenge and the reading log. And there are some kids that just told me how much they were reading, parents shared how much they were reading. So we definitely wanted to do it again because it was so successful. Some of the prizes are a little different this year. What I'm going to be trying to do either today or tomorrow, or actually, maybe I'll do it Monday. I realize with the break, I don't want kids losing their folders and their reading log assignments. And since we're not starting until pretty much after the break, I might give it out then because it starts on the Monday after. So what I'm going to be doing is giving out folders like last year, and all the students have to do is they have to do two things. One, they have to write down, and you as the parent have to sign that they read, but then they also have to log on the computer. And it's just a matter of checking a couple of boxes to say they read. Because the only way for me, we have 600 students in the school. So the only way for me to see who read the 60 minutes for the bookmark, 180 minutes for the Met keychain, the 300 minutes for the color and wall pennant, and the 600 minutes to get the 2 Mets tickets is for me to do it on an Excel sheet where I can easily break down which kids have read. Trying to collect everyone's reading sheet every week and add it up is just not going to work. So they will have to do it in 2 spots, because to get the Mets tickets at the end of the Mets reading challenge, I need to collect them and see that you as a parent has signed off, and that I'm not saying any kids lie, or maybe they accidentally put the wrong numbers in. But I need to submit them to the Mets stadium so they can confirm and send me the tickets. So yes, it's a little extra work, but I do need them to sign the form that they're going to get and log in and do that. I will make sure it's very clear. I'll make sure it's very easy to finish and complete, especially for the younger students. But I am looking forward to doing it. I'm going to try to be doing a couple assemblies to show the kids what they can win. And when we come back from the winter break, we're going to kick off, and hopefully the students start reading a little bit more and everything. Last year, we did have the winner. I'm drawing a blank on her name. I'm so sorry. But she won the 4 Mets tickets at the State Field that she got to go in the summertime. So it is great. So the student went, so there's 2 different ones at the way in. You have a student winner, the winner who read the most over the whole entire time. They get to be shown on the Jumbotron in Citi Field. They get 4 Mets field level tickets, and they also get the $100 gift card to Citi Field. So it's a really nice prize. What happens is at the end, they'll give you a set, I think it was 20 different dates that you could choose which game you want to go to. And then the class winner will get their Mets jersey lunch boxes. Whichever class as a whole reads the most will get that. So I'm looking forward to it, and I can't really wait for it to kick off.
That is so much fun.
Yeah, I think it will be. The kids have already been talking about it, so yeah, it should be great.
Awesome.
Right. Okay, guys, so we do have a school website, www.ps123q.com, and we will make sure to have all of these flyers that you saw here today on the coffee and tea slides on the school's website. We do try to update it as often as possible. The calendar, everything is up there. You know, Mr. Bryan's, information, the signups are all there. So please refer to the school's website whenever you need some information, or, you want to find anything out. And of course, we have Class Dojo as well. On School Store, you can find out a lot of the information and the flyers too. But something that has a little extra besides our school's website and Class Dojo is our social media. So it's really, really important that you guys join our Instagram, Facebook, and X. No one's really on X, but we're on there. So if you do want to follow us, we're at Instagram. Search for us at PS123Q STEMA School. Facebook, same thing. And then on X, it is PS123Q. So please follow us. And we also have a YouTube page. So please like and subscribe our page. That way you get all the notifications anytime there is a new video. Whenever we have the performances, like I know the Black History Month performance is coming up. So we will most likely have it either live streamed or we will put the video up there and you'll get the notification if you subscribe to our channel. Fun stuff. Okay, now we're at our questions and concerns. We said a lot. No one really wrote anything in the chat. So if you have any questions and concerns about anything that we discussed during this meeting, please feel free to either write it in the chat or unmute yourself and ask away or comment away. And don't forget, Mr. Bryan is saying, don't forget to sign in. There is a link in the chat. Thank you for attending. We do appreciate you. But sign in if you can, click on that link. Okay, questions, concerns, come on. Thank you, we're very thorough. Thank you so much. Okay, how about open discussion? Open discussion.
Hi, Tony, did you have a question? I saw you open up your.
Yes. How you doing, Mr. Bryan, and everyone? About after school on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, Dahani, she has the after school with, her teacher. I was wondering, as far as like homework, like I can ask Miss Figueroa herself, she'll explain, but I just don't understand, like, I would figure that they would be doing some of their work or homework or, come home after that and still have to eat and shower and then homework be like yesterday she didn't do homework because she was tired. She wakes up at like 5 in the morning to go to school and be on time. And then that.
I'll talk to Miss J and Miss Figueroa. They're supposed to be given about 25 minutes, like the first half of the after school to work on that homework.
Right.
So I will follow up with them, see what's going on and stuff.
And also in the mornings, the kids the ones that take the bus, the ones that do take the bus, do they get breakfast there no matter what time the bus comes? If the bus arrives at the school late,
Yes.
do they still have breakfast or is breakfast over for everyone, period, at a certain time?
No.
They're still entitled. If they come in late on the bus and they want breakfast, the kitchen door is always open.
But my daughter, she's not the type to just see that it open and walk over there. She's not going to really say anything if it's not offered.
Yeah. Well,
So I make sure I give her something in the morning, but I say make sure you go get breakfast. And lately, she's been telling me the bus has been getting there a little late and she didn't eat.
So I'll follow up with Miss Singh and let her know that if her bus is late, to direct her straight to the kitchen to get her breakfast.
Okay, good enough. There's nothing major else. Everything else I feel that y'all very on point with, and y'all definitely doing your due diligence to only make it better. And I appreciate you guys. Y'all guys are very helpful.
Well, thank you.
Right.
Before I throw it to you, Mr. Bryan, I see it says, what's the best way to begin the senior dues payments? So there's two ways. I know certain parents have faith in their children that they can bring the money in. Other parents don't feel comfortable giving them that much money to bring in, which both ways I understand. So if you're a parent and you want to pay senior dues, you can come in, just tell Agent Smith in the front that you're here to pay senior dues. They will send you up to the office, and Miss Valerio will write you a receipt, collect it, and will mark you off as paying or partially paying. If the student brings it in, they'll tell the teacher. It's kind of the same way. The student then gets sent down to the office. Again, Miss Valerio will write a receipt, and you'll get marked off and checked off that it was paid. So you can start paying now. Miss Kahan, I guess next coffee and tea, let's add the senior dues to that one. But yeah, if there's any problems or there's some concerns about the payment, you can see me personally. And then, Mr. Bryan, I see there's a question for you.
Hi, yes, Sherilyn, I see a question. Unfortunately, our STEM activities on Saturdays are restricted to Saturdays because that's when the vendor is available to us. We don't offer it any other day because that's the day that they've been contracted to come in. It's not a requirement for students to attend it. But if we have anything else on any other day, I will make sure that all parents know that there is a sign up for something on another day. And I'm not sure if you're asking about absence from STEM or absence from school with regards to religious reasons for excused absences. Can you?
I was going to say, if you're
Oh,
talking
from school.
Saturday, you're okay. You don't get that doesn't mark against you.
So Sherilyn just said from school in general, Mr. Bart.
Unfortunately, it still counts as an absence. But you can notify it. It will be an excused absence, but it still counts as an absence against the student. Any other questions? Well, I think, yeah, okay, I just saw a comment. So thank you everyone for coming in today, visiting us. I appreciate it. If there are any questions that come up after we end the Zoom, you can always email any of us. You could always come up to the school. We always try to make ourselves available. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day and